Hello. I don't have my lights on. Dang it. I was like, oh my God, I was late, and then I was a little more late, and I'm just happy I uploaded a thumbnail, and it's okay. We did the best we could with the spoons we have, and our lights worked the first time we turned them on. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of I Was Late to my own channel, and I don't have my headphones, but that's okay. We were just gonna do the best we could. Yay! Uh-oh. I refuse to watch tonight's Big Brother episode because I'm mad about it. Welcome, Savannah. Did y'all see Savannah's episode about our beloved Sunny D? Because you better go watch it. But I see my Squirrels and Neurokin filing in. Thank you for being here. And if you're new, whether you're a curious lurker or a hun or somebody quietly questioning MLMs, you're safe here. And I'm glad you're here. Now, I've got a story for you. As an anti-MLM creator, you may or may not know that I decided to do some undercover work, and I infiltrated Monat's big yearly conference a few weeks ago called Monations. And while everyone else was cheering for so-called financial freedom, I was taking notes and live streaming the event to Instagram. And it was fun. And all the electronic receipts. And one of the big speakers, she was inducted into the $1 million, the $1 million club. You know, ugh. And her name is Lindsay Lynch Duell. And she happens to be ranked number 48 worldwide in Monat's earnings. And that sounds huge, right? But tonight we're gonna break down her make money fast speech line by line. And we'll look at where she directly contradicts Monat's own rules, where her claims cross into FTC violations, the logical fallacies she uses to persuade, and how this all fits into some of the bite model of undue influence. And if you're still in an MLM and have questions, remember your upline can't track your comments here. This is a safe space, and we won't eat you alive, though we might nibble just a little, all in good fun. So grab a snack, grab your lint rollers, settle in, and let's dig into what Lindsay had to say at Monations and a few years ago and why it matters. Yeah, and let's find the disclaimer because it definitely didn't do what it was supposed to last time. I mean, it protected us, but it didn't play. It didn't play immediately, so we can only hope. Dear God. This is fuckery.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history.
We're back. I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to have to slap my program and redo some stuff. But hello. Hello, Christina. And also, hi, Corinthians. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. I know I saw you the other day, but I forgot to say hi to Corinthians. Hello, 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 hello. It's good to see everybody. We did number 50 and 49, and thank God we did this. Thank God we did the research for number 48 on a members-only live stream, because number 1, I was searching the wrong username because Google had the old, I guess, footprint of the old username, and I was searching for the wrong username. We found the Facebook. We found all the other stuff. I was taking notes. I was trying to be responsible, and I thought, oh, I just got blocked. And so live chat was being incredible, helping me out, and they found the new username, and I thought I was blocked. And so I went to my program, and I was like, I don't want to waste money on downloading her entire Instagram profile. Can we just double check that it's this one? They were like, no, we found the new one. So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna go check. And I was blocked on the new one too. And I regret not doing my little dance I normally do with big leaders, because if number 48 has blocked me, I don't know what the other 47 have done. So we'll see. We will see as we go through the entire top 50 earners of Monat. So, the Squirrels are incredible, and they helped send me to Las Vegas in August. I flew in Thursday. I went to a cult conference called Monations Friday and Saturday, and then I flew home on Sunday. And yes, I did skip the church service at Monations on Sunday. And I'm sorry, because that means I didn't get the entire Monations experience. Yeah, so I definitely bailed. I did get the information I was looking for, which is incredible. Also, Erin Bees, another content creator, let me stay with her. And Erin Bees also drove me around Las Vegas and dropped me off at the cult conference, and also picked me up at the cult conference, and also had a stare down with a top leader at said cult conference, because Erin Bees has been to many top events with said cult leader. So, it was a delightful time. How when I apropos. Oh, apropos. Yes, I was like, we'll do the look. It's not it's not the extension. It's not the extension city. Maybe I should have redone it. Maybe I'll redo it. So, do I need to how do you double check that it's not? They did have a camera, and we were supposed to, it's a long story. We've taped things. It's a long story. They had a camera at Monations, and I'm sitting there, and delightfully, the International Sign Language section let me sit with them, because my walker, they didn't really have a wheelchair section. Not that I'm in the wheelchair section, but my walker, I needed it that weekend, and it was kind of hard to walk up the stairs. So the wonderful staff, which the staff at this casino was incredible. They were so nice, and they let me. I only had to walk up 2 steps, and they said, you can sit here, because they had 20 seats, whatever, sectioned off, and there was only 2 or 3, maybe there was 4. There was 4 ladies from France who were deaf, and they were sitting there, and there were 4 French signers, and they were incredible. So 2 would sign, then they would take a break like every 20 minutes. Then the new signers would rotate out with them. It was great. Anyways, they let me sit with them. So I was sitting there, and the camera, I was sitting close to like the stage where they would trade off and people would walk on stage and carry their checks and show people how incredible Monat was. They had this guy who was doing the camera and stuff, and they're like, hey, everybody, shake your hair and show everybody that you don't have extensions in. And so everyone was shaking their hair everywhere. And I'm like, I hope to God that nobody has lice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you transmit lice, but everyone was like very close to each other and everyone was shaking their hair, and they were going around recording like getting really close to everyone's hair. And I was like, okay. And this was right after somebody on stage was a speaker, and she had this ponytail that was like wrapped around, and it was all the way down to her knees. Yes, dual translation. The patriarch of the Monat family, he had a translator from Spanish to English. So he would speak a sentence, wait for it to be translated to English. So the translators would wait to hear the English. Then they would listen in their heads, translate English to French, then translate French to French Sign Language. The resort staff, like they were, she was incredible. She was always in one station, and when I like got up to, because I didn't want to necessarily like, I got up a little bit early sometimes when they would start getting the music to like get people hyped up right towards the end of the session. I didn't want to get trampled by people, and so I would get up, and she would see me start to like gather my raccoon things, and then she would already have my walker ready at the bottom. Like, she was incredible. She was so cool. Yeah, and you don't have the new growth, aka breakage. Yeah. Anyways, so I do need to put a trigger warning in the chat. I've also Monat prep. There's going to be a small trigger warning. Potentially, oh, I accidentally left white outline on the green. I'll fix that. It's a trigger warning for health manipulation, and I don't know if this is a true trigger warning or not, but it triggers me, and I know some people are sensitive about trigger warnings in general. I don't care if you are like sensitive, meaning, oh, why are there trigger warnings? Because warning people about them helps them navigate the world, and you're allowed to have tools to help you navigate the world in an easier way. People in Monat use health to manipulate individuals to sell products. This individual has endometriosis, like I do. And in Monat, they use health issues to say, you can sell Monat if you have health issues. I don't know if she's going to do that in this video, but she's been in Monat since 2017. She's been talking about endometriosis since 2017. She still talks about endometriosis. I just want to forewarn you, if this potentially will slime you, skip the stream. Preserve and promote your emotional well-being. Just a heads up. for... Anyways, the end. I'm going to pin it. If I spelled something wrong, enjoy my spelling mistake. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to turn on. What am I going to turn on? What am I going to turn on? Oh. I'm going to turn on this. And I'm going to turn on my pedal. Please hold. I apologize. I thought I was going to do my other pedal, but I'm not. While we're waiting, does anyone want to do a high and a low? I'll go first. My high today is that I went to physical therapy. My low today was, well, you can do a low past 24 hours. Oh, no. This is my high. I finished my cards for my shoes. That's my high. We've been working on this in members only. These are my acrylic pens. Oh, my low is I dropped a plywood sheet on my foot. That's my low. Oh no, not scroll speed. Okay, got it. Yes. So I know, everyone's like, we already know, we come here all the time. I'm coloring my shoes over the garden wall with acrylic pens. But I kept getting confused about which color was which because the color card that came with them isn't accurate. So these came with them. And so I finally was like, I'm going to be an adult and color the color cards. And I was like, I'll just do the light one. Then I was like, I'm going to be an adult and color both ones. And then I was like, I'll laminate them. But I haven't laminated. I have another appointment tomorrow. Oh no, I have another appointment tomorrow. Do I? Anyways, I'm going to add more rock facts. I'm going to do scroll on the tip. Ain't that just the way? I'm going to put the lantern. I'm going to put the lantern on Wirt's side and Beatrice's side. Anyways, it's going to have a lot of stuff. So, now that I have my cards, I'm going to know which one's his pant color and which one is the clothing color and which one is Beatrice's color, you know, stuff like that. So, the end. Oh yeah, we're doing anti-MLM content. Sorry about that. All right. Hi, celebrated son's 20th birthday last night. Low body hurts all over from the moving of stuff doing lately. Sending you lots of empathy about moving of stuff and congratulations on the 20th birthday celebration. Do we need a kazoo? That's my question. Do we need a kazoo? If you want one, let me know. Hi, I had a very productive day where I actually made myself a yummy lunch and did chores. Low, I'm super anxious about work tomorrow, like I am every time I go into work, and I have to wake up at 4. I'm sorry, Michael. Hi, finally not in a bad flare. Low, the flare lasted a few days, and I'm exhausted. I'm sorry, Lizzie. Listen, y'all. Oh, also, this is acrylic. I accidentally swiped it. If you have a birthday, or an anniversary, Oops. Hold record to stop recording. If you have an anniversary, if you have a birthday, if you have something incredible, we love kazoos here. I apologize to Brandy Lee. Birthday kazoo coming in hot. I'm sorry if that was too loud. I can't hear anything. Happy birthday, Stephanie. You deserve AirPod Pro since he's claimed the dog. I mean, the dog's claimed him. Give him treats and bribe him. A rainbow star. He's finally slept after 2 days. Yes, Deborah. Your daughter came back from Spain. Oh, her first holiday without you? I've still not got used to turning 40. You can do it. You can do it. Plus, tell us when your birthday is and come back for a live stream and enjoy the kazoos, okay? Enjoy the kazoos. Why am I on low? Why am I... Please hold. Apparently... Please hold. I'm about to look like I've aged a million years because my camera was trying to blur shit. And I'm like, we don't blur shit here. What is this? Oh. I have all my markers organized too. I'm just going to have to figure out how to organize my desk now. Okay. Hooray! It's on Sunday. Okay, y'all, clear your calendars. We're streaming on Sunday. Okay, let's go. I know, I was like, let's go. I just want to talk to the squirrels, okay? Leave me alone. All right, we're going to go to Sunday. These are a little old. Oh. Do y'all want to read her current posts about Monat? No, we don't want to do that first because we need to understand her social media strategy and then look at her current social media strategy also. I need Monat, right? Just kidding. It's new growth from Monat. I'm being sarcastic. I have taken out the pauses. I have taken out the filler words. She's going to sound like she isn't, I've blended her together. I have not improved the sound. I took her from over an hour and 20 minutes to under an hour. So, we're going to do the best we can. Hi, guys. We're turning you down. My ears are hurting, so I don't want to. Someone's going to have to help me with the sound, okay? Good luck.
Hi guys, my name is Lindsay and I wanted to take a couple of minutes and show you how I make money. I have shared this opportunity for 2 years and I want to break down the money side because I don't think enough people break down how you're actually going to make money. A side hustle. And I also am a little bit lucky because I work for a company that really pays you well and pays you well in the very beginning. So it's super exciting to be making money fast.
How's How's the audio? Is it awful? Don't leave me hanging, please. I know we're on normal. This is from a while ago. Here's what happened. I downloaded her entire YouTube account because when we did Kenley Brook, when Kenley Brook decided that I needed Amare because I had mental health issues, I downloaded her entire before she did that, I downloaded her entire YouTube or Vimeo playlist because once I made the video about her, and I think once maybe it's either Savannah or Aaron made a video about her, she decided to delete everything. So they decided to do that. So I downloaded her entire YouTube channel before we made this. The videos I thought were important were how to make money fast in Monat, and then her social media strategy. And then because she blocked me on Instagram, we downloaded her posts with comments on Facebook that were, and her entire Instagram account with 2,500 Instagram posts today to take a look at what her Instagram strategy is to recruit people and become the number 48 Monat earner in all the world. Savannah are the OG anti-MLM creator, 100K achiever. Yes. Bringing the big energy to the table. Hell yeah. As someone who shares the same first name with this individual, I disavow her culture message. We need to get some Mission Impossible clips, even though Tom Cruise's Scientology twisty shit. All right. Can I do this?
A lot of people in a lot of other companies don't really make money until they get to the top. So we have a comp plan that is front loaded and you are going to start making money back. You can really, like, I always say you can plan your bills with our structure, our pay structure. You can.
We were just being in the cult of Savannah, We were saying that you are the big energy of the OG anti-MLM 100K club. And we downloaded this lady's entire channel because sometimes they decide to delete shit when they have videos made about them. And Kenley Brook deleted everything when you made a video about her. Oh, we were just talking about Kenley Brook.
And plan splurges. You can plan whatever financial thing you want all around how our pay structure works. And once I break this down, you'll understand exactly what I'm thinking. So when I'm talking $60 bonuses, think what's $60 in your life and what you could really use that money for. And maybe a $230 bonus. What could you do with that? Is that a phone bill? Is that a phone bill for your family? What is that to you? So think about those types of things. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me and I will answer all of them for you.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. When the name of this video on her YouTube is Make Money Fast with Monat or How I Make Money Fast. We know that's an FTC violation. Hi, Sparrow. Maybe Aaron did. I don't remember at this point. Like, things are running together. That's some heavy foreshadowing about front-loading product and something that's not a pyramid scheme. Coco, you're not wrong. Literally FTC violation, deceptive acts, misleading income, representation. Hello? She's going in hard in literally the first minute of this. Lady Mitersaw, hero. She hasn't posted really on her YouTube. I think she probably got in trouble at some point and forgot to delete stuff. I have very recent posts that we're going to read because they still follow the rules of what she taught back in the day. It must have been Aaron. It must have been Aaron, but like we were talking about Aaron and Savannah, how like when you do stuff, they delete shit. It must have been Aaron. But in general, when Savannah or Aaron or a big creator do stuff, people are like, maybe I'll delete everything and hope that nobody downloads stuff. So people like to try to erase the internet, and it just is not a good look.
But I wanted to show you guys visually how we make money.
Visually how we make money. Great. Great. Oh. I don't know. She's just deceptive income claim, deceptive income claim, deceptive income claim, deceptive income representation over and over and over and over and over again.
Whenever you're offering money to people, sometimes they either will join the business and make money with you, enjoy the products and make money, or sometimes they'll just get the products at a discount. So I want to show you what both of those options do for you financially. So say we have a VIP. That is our VIP customer right there. And this is a little block right here. So this is one single customer that maybe it's your sister-in-law who loves hair products and you're like, okay, have to get that for her. And then maybe we have another VIP. And that VIP is your mom because she's supporting you. And she's like, okay, I want what you're using on your hair. Tell me all about it. So that's your mom. And then our next one, maybe it is somebody that you went to high school with that you made a post on Facebook and they saw it and they're like, oh my gosh, I've been wondering about those products. Let me have them.
Is this a real business? Are you gonna make a pyramid with these blocks? Also, do we need blocks? Do I need to go on Facebook Marketplace and buy some blocks? Hello? I want to buy some blocks. Infantilizing the scam. Did you know she also broke Monat's policies in this first part, too? Listen, this was... Not that we care. I mean, do we care? I guess we kind of care. She's still... I guess it's like, oh yeah, we can... Policies and procedures 3.2. Advertising must avoid misleading and unapproved claims. Do the Urdanettas care about that? Only sometimes. Only sometimes. Do they care when you make them millions of dollars? I don't know. Do they care when you get embarrassed online? Maybe by a big enough creator. Not me. Oh, God. Patricia! Get the blocks. Listen. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Patty the Batty has entered the chat with $20. Oh my God, thank you. We're getting some fucking blocks. My mom's gonna be like, stop cussing. Thank you. Oh my God. If you don't know where Patty the Batty came from, we used to watch It's Pearl Time and on YouTube. And this lady who she used to sell a ton of pearls. And she stopped. I don't know if she left It's Pearl Time or if It's Pearl Time shut down. But one of her customers who used to buy a ton of pearls, she used to sing this song with a cowbell. And her husband used to do the same thing. And she used to sing, and I need to go get the song. And she used to go, something, something, Patty the Batty. It was a whole deal. Break out the Weeble Wobbles. Oh my God. My branding is just on point. Kazoos, lint rollers, squirrels, blocks. Weebles wobbles, but they don't fall down. Weebles wobble, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the blocks. Patricia, I don't renege on my contracts with the chat. Okay? We're getting the damn blocks, okay? We're going to build them on the desk. That's what the up camera's for. I keep my word, all right? Oh my God. So she's breaking Monat policies and procedures right now. And she's breaking FTC. It's overwhelming because it's like, oh, who are we going to fight? The DSA has people lobbying for him. They're paying a shit ton of money for that. I mean, okay, change public opinion. Now that jingles in my head. Oh my God.
So you get another customer with old high school classmate. And then how about an old roommate? I've actually had that happen. An old college roommate making an order. That can be another VIP.
Huh?
So just to give you a couple of ideas, everybody has hair. So it's really, really easy to...
Everybody has hair. Eric, where are you, dude? Everybody has hair. Everybody has hair. Everybody has hair. So the market's just wide open for you.
Get these products on people because everyone's washing their hair. So you're not even replacing routines or anything like that. You're not trying.
Savannah, how do you do that AI thing where you can like make songs? Can you do something where you do Weebles Wobble but Monat falls down? Not true. My mom has alopecia. She has no hair. Everyone has hair. There have been ladies on TikTok in the Monat talk where they are like, Monat cures alopecia. Mexican food for dinner. I love that. Last night and had the leftovers today. The low is I just felt it hit my lower intestine. Pray for me. Oh, dear God. Sunny AI. Okay. I feel like, do we need that song? Weebles wobble, but Monat falls down.
To reintroduce a new habit. They already wash their hair. You're just flipping out bottles. So it's not too crazy to ask somebody if they're washing their hair, you know? So
Boy, she's a delight. She's a delight.
I want to show you the next part is our market partner.
I'm not going to lie. I'm loving the blocks.
And this is a representative that's doing the business with you that can sell the products. And this person is going to join with you. They're going to get 30% off. They're going to be able to get all these bonuses that I'm talking about as well. Earn trips, earn, like, create friendships. It's just nonstop with the amount of things you can do whenever you start this business. So maybe this is just a coworker. Then you're like, okay, I know we both need some more money. Like, let's do this together. There are so many people, I almost just lost my market partner. There are so many people out there that need extra money, but they don't necessarily talk about it. So what do all of this, what does all this mean? All these
Angela,
market partners
love
and
it.
VIPs, what is all of that? Well, each market partner that you sign up, you are going to get a $50 to $230 bonus. So it depends on which kit someone signs up with. There's $50 bonus, $100 bonus, $120 bonus, and
okay, just as a heads up, this is a little bit out of date. By a little bit, they've changed the comp plan. So if you're gonna come here from Monat and say, "Oh my God, she's so wrong," she wasn't wrong at the time of filming this. You know what I mean? She's number 48 in the world, so just sit down, eat a snack, go get a Snickers. We're looking at her demeanor and how many violations she had, because she's having a lot of violations at this time. Monations, policies and procedures violations, FTC violations. I don't know. A lot.
$230 bonus.
Yeah, I just want to do like the Weebles Wobble, but Monat falls down. I just want that clip.
So you can get anywhere from that $50 to $230, and you're going to be able to do this as many times as you want. This is forever. You'll always get this bonus, okay? Then the beautiful, beautiful thing about this business is when it all comes together. So for every VIP you get, you're going to always get commission. Every time you get a customer.
Dude, the blocks make so much sense to me. How come no other person has used blocks before? Voice mod? Okay.
Always going to get a commission every time they reorder. Down in the future, they run out of products, or they're buying for their husband, they're buying for their kid, they're buying for their dog. You guys, we have dog shampoos. We have shampoo for everybody in the family.
Leave your dogs alone.
So whatever it is, your VIPs are ordering and you're making commission. The amazing thing is, when you do these 4 VIPs on top of commission, you're going to get another $60. So that's just for getting 4 people. It's a bonus for getting 4 people. And then it gets crazier. So we have commission on this already, $60 on top for every 4 that you enroll. So whenever you do 4, you're gonna get 4 VIPs, $60. 1 market partner, $50. When you complete this, it's called a block. That's why I'm using blocks. So it's called a block. And anytime you get 4 VIPs and 1 market partner, you're going to get another $150 bonus, you guys. And then, so over here we just say you get bonuses for getting bonuses. So if you get a bonus, you're going to get a bonus for getting that bonus. Let me show you what I mean. I stack on another one.
Okay, I'm going to say this. While I potentially have a blood feud with Monat in a very chill, non-illegal, and non-I'm going to go to jail kind of way, the blocks make so much sense to me. Although I would love her to have a laminated card that she could put on top of the blocks to update like how much she's making when the blocks change. I'm gonna give her credit where credit's due. Why? Oh my God. She could have been a teacher. She could have been a math teacher for elementary school. Oh my God. Okay.
So we have 2 market partners, same thing, just duplicated. You're going to get it again. Do it 3 times. We have 4 VIPs, 1 market partner, 4 VIPs, 1 market partner, 4 VIPs, 1 market partner. Gonna get that 60, 60, 60 every time you get those 4 VIPs. And then over here, 50 to 230, depending on the kit that this market partner signs up with. So 1 market partner to 4 VIPs. If you do all of
You should have had the same color blocks for everything because you're messing up with my color in my head, but that's okay. That's okay. She needs proper Lego. Yes. These are Duplo, though. Yeah. We might need my off-brand Lego phone to do some paging. I know, we need a freaking pyramid.
This in your first 2 months plus the month you signed up in. So let me give you a little example of that. If you sign up May 15th, you'll have May, June, July. If you sign up May 31st, you'll have, 31st. I was thinking there was only 30 days in May. You'll have May, June, July, because you signed up in the month you signed up in plus June and July. But if you sign up one day later, June 1st, you're gonna have June, July, August.
So if your Monat market partner fucks you over, you will not have as many days.
So you have the full month that
You're displaying leg water. Can you upload it to Campsite so I can see it? Can you upload a picture here? Nightbot's gonna send a link. I know, we love the blocks, but we hate Monat. That's okay. There's only 30 days in May.
sign up in, plus the following 2 months to get 12 VIPs and 3 market partners. And the crazy thing is every 4 you do, you get $60 for. So say you get like 40 VIPs. Well, you're gonna get that $60 bonus 10 times for getting those 40 VIPs. You don't have to complete the full structure like this to get those bonuses. So this gets paid out just as the VIPs. This gets paid out just as a market partner. That $150 bonus is triggered when this whole thing is completed. And did I say you get a $500 bonus for doing all of this? I don't know if I said that, you guys.
You didn't.
When you do all 12, your 12 VIPs, 3 market partners, you're gonna get all of these bonuses plus a $500 bonus for getting it done. Like, you guys, it is amazing.
I have never understood the Monat compensation plan more than I do right now. It does have 31. You're not stupid. I've never understood the Monat compensation plan in that time period more than I do right now. I've never understood it this well. I hate Monat, but like, her ability to teach it is incredible. And it's also a schmearman schmeem. Those stack. And it's still a lot of work to not get a lot of money. I mean, I'm not going to go back and add it up, but those add up.
To be able to offer an opportunity to people where they make money fast. Like, people are making...
You cannot say that. You know why you can't say that? You can't do misleading advertising. You can't talk about fast money. FTC Section 5, Deceptive Act, Misleading Income Representation. Also, bandwagon fallacy. Literally, like, so many things wrong within, I don't know, the first 10 minutes, but still, like, earlier on, I didn't even get to them. New ways to learn, unlocked, damn it. Like, if we could break down every single multi-level marketing compensation plan with blocks, wouldn't that be incredible as a teaching tool in anti-MLM? Is anyone a really good instructor here who can help us? Oh my God. Retired teachers against multi-level marketing. I wish I was smarter. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Oz. I don't know. She's saying it's front loaded with bonuses, and Monat says income claims must be truthful and not misleading, and that is misleading. She's going against Monat and she's going against the FTC. She's doing it over and over and over and over again.
Money and making a difference in their life, and they're doing it fast because of our company. So just know that you guys can make in your
Howdy
first
hell,
couple of months.
Al.
And you could do this all, not
No. Don't buy the box.
You could do this all in your first month.
Don't buy the box.
You
No.
could do it multiple times. You could do this over and over
You're good.
and over as
You're
many
good.
times as you want in your first couple of months, and then in the future too. But the first couple of months, you get these extra bonuses. And if you keep doing that over and over and over again, you're going to make all of that money. So just wanted to show you guys the breakdown of how whenever you invest, the investment is anywhere from $199 to $649. You get to pick how much you're investing into this, and you never have to spend money again. That's one of my favorite things too. Because
You never have to pay money again. You have to do 200 PV a month. Well, yeah, your frontline could do it if you can get your frontline to pay that much. It's almost impossible to resist the temptation. It's almost impossible for every single rep to resist the temptation to buy the volume they need to stay at rank. Because I'm not here to make y'all pay for shit. I'm not. I've never been that. I hope to God I'm never that. I mean, thank y'all for sending me to Las Vegas, but like, I hope I'm never, I hope to God I'm never that creator that does that. And I'm really super grateful Patricia did that, but like, I want my videos to do well in like Google to pay me for reach and help, I don't know, educate on anti-MLM and give y'all value, and I don't know. And people get memberships and enjoy like member benefits and stuff like that. So please respect my boundaries. Thank you. I'm grateful, and that's what I want to do. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful, and that's what I want to do. Thank you. I like her even if I don't like what she's doing. Yeah, totally valid. Totally valid. I wonder if we could add them up like we did with Sunny D also. Members only. I'll have to tell you what happened in June. So.
because I hate when I get somebody to sign up and then I'm like, okay, you have to place another order. No, we're trying to make money over here. We're not trying to spend money. But if you do want to spend money, we're going to give you 30% off. So there are good times or good things if you do spend money, but you're not forced to at all.
You don't ever have to spend money again. But if you do want to spend money, you can get 30% off. There's good things if you want to spend money. Okay.
So you guys can make anywhere from $1,280 to $1,820. So $1,280 to $1,820.
$1,280 to $1,820.
In your first couple of months, and you have full control of how fast you earn.
That's not a lot of money for 3 months. Hey Siri, what's 1280 divided by 3?
1,280 divided by 3 is approximately 426.6666.
Hey Siri, what's 1820 divided by 3?
1,820 divided by 3 is approximately 606.6666.
So you have to do this in a month to make it meaningful. You have to do this in a month to make it meaningful money. If you do it in 3 months, $426? Nah. I'm sorry, like, for all the work for recruiting all those people, nope. That's a lot of work.
That If this is something that sounds interesting to you guys, I love the whole entire bonus structure. It's amazing. I love the breakdown. I love that I can teach someone how to make $60 at a time, and then how to make $150 at a time, and then how to make $500 at a time. It is amazing.
Maybe that is just the bonus on top of the other stuff.
And it's an incredible opportunity.
I don't know.
There's even more benefits, like, because this is just one little sliver of our comp plan. Our comp plan is one of the best in the industry. We pay out 50 cents of every dollar that the company makes. We get 50 cents back as reps, as market partners. And most companies, just so you guys are understanding how amazing that is, most companies pay about 43 cents back to their field. So they're paying us when they could be keeping the profits. And then they're giving us all of this.
They are keeping the profits. So whatever you want to say to make yourself feel better. Oh, sorry, Ashley. I set off my sister too. My sister Siri listens to me. It's awful.
These bonuses. And that's just a tiny bit of it. They have a car program where you can earn a Cadillac. Tons and tons of people have one, including myself.
Earned, you cannot say that. Guess what? That's a violation. You also can't suggest financial security from income claims. She said that earlier. You can't do that in the Monat policies and procedures, section 3.6.3. Yum. I'm sure that's going to be helpful for anybody, and that might be updated. That's the current one. I don't know what it was back then. I mean, that was earlier, but she hit so many that's a no-no earlier. My God. Maybe she learned more. Maybe she's not this way, but we looked at her posts earlier on members only. It wasn't like she has changed all that much in 2025. So, in my opinion.
It's amazing, and they have trips and other ways to make money. Just
deferred income. Your car. If you didn't know this, if you're anti-MLM, if you're new, let me just remind you about tax. Your trip that you win, quote unquote win, that you earn, even though that is not typical for most people, you have to make sure to do your income disclosure statement whenever you talk about winning a trip that is deferred income. You have to pay tax on that at the end of the year. Ask for an itemized statement of everything that you need to pay tax on. You're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised because everything that you win from the company, all of those fancy prizes, you have to pay tax on. That car that you are taking the risk on, that you quote unquote won, and if you don't do the volume for that car every month, you have to still pay for it because it's your name on the lease. You accept all the responsibility, and if you get terminated or if you leave the company, you still have to finish out the lease on that car. Oh, that's not so fun anymore, is it? In Mary Kay, you have to qualify every 2 years for the car. They pay 80% of the insurance and you pay the other 20%. If you leave, you pick up the entire insurance. And if you don't make the qualifying volume monthly, you have to pick up and pay that month. That's pretty much every company in MLM. That's not a bad thing. It's just know what you're getting into. Ask a lot of questions. Questions are neutral. And if someone gets offended by your questions, that could be a red flag. That's information control. People use information to control people like you and me, because when all the information's laid on the table, sometimes people are going to make different decisions than signing up for a company and getting plugged in to get to paying into somebody else's bank account, which is less fun for the person that you're signing up under.
so much fun to be had, so much money to be made, and so much hair to change, because you guys, you're gonna watch your hair change and you're gonna fall in love with your hair, and then you're gonna be able to help other people change their hair too. So I hope this answered some of your questions. If you have any other questions, or if you're ready to sign up, let's do this. You can go to joinlindsay.com, Lindsay with an A, if you are ready to sign up. But if you have more questions, just reach out to me and I'm gonna get all of your answers for you, so that way you feel totally comfortable signing up. All right, hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi guys, how are you?
This is another video. This is her social media training. The reason that we looked at fast ways to make money and her social media training is because she talks about this a lot. She's the number 48 worldwide top 50 earner in Monat. She was recognized at Monations. I was at Monations this year. People who were not Monat market partners could go. You didn't have to sign up to be a rep. You could just go and see the income claims. You could see people walking across stage with their checks. You could see the $15 million club earners. You could see the $10 million club earners. You could see the $1 million club inductees. You could see body parts you weren't expecting to see when people were jumping in excitement. You could see the reps that you have seen online on Instagram, letting their children eat the whatever that oil is, Rejuvenique oil, Mandy Sue. You could see all of the people that you're like, what is happening here? You could see those people. And you could also see all the income claims, and you could see you could see the lack of excitement. You could see the really hard attempts to make it seem like people were more excited than they were. Like the hype. I mean, hype is cool. It's just I've seen reels on TikTok, and then I was actually there, and it wasn't like the reels that people were making. Do you know what I'm saying? Hello, Peg. And I was talking to my dad about it, and it's like, it's not like the reels with the excitement are disingenuous, but people are watching the reels and they're going through and doom scrolling reels and saying, wow, I want to be a part of this company. I want to be a part of her team, right? I don't know if y'all think that, but that's how I've seen people sign up for Brooke Kristen's team. That's how I've seen people sign up for all my downlines team. Not my downline, but like my uplines team. That's how I've seen people sign up for other people's team. They look to see how like aesthetic someone's page is, and then they start messaging, and then they get in a parasocial, relationship with someone, or a parasocial friendship with someone, and they look and say, oh my God, that event looks so cool, and like I want to hang out and be a part of this group, and I want to hang out and be a part of like, this looks so fun, and it's performative hype. And in reality, it was not like those posts. And it was embarrassing, in my opinion, for this conference to be so disruptive. And again, you know me. I'm not necessarily a Debbie Downer. I thought it was embarrassing and disruptive and wrong for the conference that I was attending to be so rude to the other guests at the resort when they're screaming and chanting and making themselves so intrusive that they're making other people stay uncomfortable and unenjoyable. I understand you can be excited, but in my perspective, could be wrong. But you're having hundreds of people in different groups all shouting at the same time, getting their Instagram videos and getting all of their videos and stuff for performative whatever hype. You're not the only group at this hotel. You're not the only group at this resort. You're not the only group at this casino. And you may say, oh, it's only a casino. Who cares? They paid good money to be there, just like the other people did. It doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. Like, it's mutual respect for the other human beings around you. Yeah, like, maybe there's noise because of the casino, but, like, you could hear the chanting all the way at the back of the theater. So the theater's back here, and you walk a while to get to the front of the casino. And then you can hear the chanting at this big ball that's like rotating. And there's groups chanting on multiple floors. Whatever. I don't know. I don't even know why I got started on talking about this. Whatever. Oh, because it's just like they're getting their content, and I just thought, why you could be excited, but it's so different. They're so different from, I don't know them. That's fine. I don't know them. I'm not a very like emotive person, but I don't know. I think I may have to think about it some more. All right, here we are. Here we go. Oh no, I'm stuck on it. My brain is like buffering. I'm buffering.
My name is Lindsay Duell. I am an MLM with Monat, and I've been with the company for 3 years now. And today I'm going to talk about social media training. So I've built my company or my business on social media from the start. And I absolutely love social media because I know how powerful of a tool it is. You can reach literally anybody. And it's just so crazy to even think that you could just reach anybody in any state at any time, any country, right? It's nuts how we're living nowadays. So you have to take advantage of it. So although social media is powerful, it is an art form. So there are do's and don'ts that come along with that. But then there are also, there is some strategy behind it. So you want to be doing the right thing. So today I'm going to be talking about a couple of different things. I'm going to be talking about content. So what to post. A lot of people ask me what to post. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about content photos. So a lot of people ask me, how do I have pictures to post and all of that stuff? And it's not in the moment. It's
I don't know if we're talking about a false equivalence fallacy. It might just be, I mean, she's talking about social media, so I get it, marketing-wise.
me stockpiling and making sure I'm good for the next post. So I'm going to explain that a little bit. And then the other thing is that I'm going to talk about interacting and networking, because you can't just show up online and post and say a prayer and hope that it all comes together.
It's going to be twisty here.
A little bit more than that. It takes the interaction. It takes the networking.
Twisty shit.
The intention, right?
Coming in hot.
So a lot of this is going to be about intentional work. And I think that's how you build a successful business.
Twisty, right?
So a couple of quick tips before we jump in. Commit to the process. Please do not just make one post and be like, well, no one commented on it, I guess that's not for me. No, please don't make one post and be like, well, I didn't get a customer, I guess that's not for me. It just doesn't work that way. Every single time you see an ad on TV, you don't run out and buy it. It just doesn't work that way, but it's planting a seed. It's planting a seed, right? That's what the whole thing is planting seeds. And I wanted to kind of share something personally. I was working an event 2 weekends ago. I was doing a wine and wash and only 2 people came. And as I was driving, I don't ever cancel events. Okay? Don't ever, even if one person is coming, that's not a reason to cancel an event. Do it for them. But as I was driving, I was like, dang, only 2 people come. I'm just not good at events. I'm just not good at it. Like, why would I keep doing this? And it's like, well, lady, because you're not going to get better at it if you stop, right? So you want to remember that if you keep practicing something, you're going to get better at it. If you stop, there's no way you're ever going to get better at it. The other thing is that there's so many resources out there. There's so many things out there teaching you how to make stories, how to physically.
Maybe this is wrong, but I guess I can make mistakes. I feel like maybe bandwagon fallacy. What is the bandwagon fallacy, or appeal to popularity? Arguing that something is right simply because many people are doing it. For example, millions have joined this program, so it can't be that bad. I think maybe this is not exactly on point or not exactly right for this, but she keeps saying, like, just keep doing it. Like, even if it's not working, even if you don't think it's working, just keep doing it. And having a bunch of people. Maybe that was wrong. I think it's right, though, but she has notes. She for sure has notes. And that's okay. That's okay.
Post if you don't know how to use Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. So I'm not going to be talking about anything very general like that, but use YouTube, use Google, use all of these things for your business whenever you don't know the answer to something, because the answer is out there and you can teach yourself and find the answer, okay? So don't forget about that. So when it comes to content, we're going to start with content. When it comes to content and making posts, your goal is to get people to know you, to like you, and to trust you.
Okay.
Because people are going to buy from people that they know, they like, and they trust. And they don't have to know you on a personal level where they know everything about your inside life, right? We're not saying that, but they want to know who you are and what you're about. So whenever you're trying to figure out on what content to provide. Oh, and again, whenever I'm talking today, it's going to be mostly just referring to Facebook and Instagram. I'm sure.
Yeah, because her YouTube is pretty much dead. Her YouTube's pretty much dead. Just as a heads up.
Things can be pushed across the boards. There are so many social media platforms out there that I'm just going to talk about Facebook and Instagram, okay? But
it doesn't matter about how many platforms there are out there. It's about what. I get it. I'm anti-MLM. I've been in this space before I became chronically ill, before I lived with my parents, before I was unable to work. I was a creative director in a marketing company before I worked as a graphic designer. I've been working in the industry since 2010. I'm not saying I'm great at what I do. I'm saying that I have experience, and the whole point is not just to get someone to be on Facebook just for being on Facebook and to post just to post. You're trying to get someone to buy something. She's not understanding that. She's like, oh, just be on Facebook, just be on Instagram, just whatever it is. If you're going to get, if the best way for you to get customers is on YouTube, then be on YouTube. If the best way for you to get customers is on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or whatever it is, figure out what it is. Oh, how do I figure out what that is? Well, here are the bones, the structure of how to get a customer. She's not teaching that. oh, go Google it on the internet. I'm not going to teach you how to use Facebook. I'm not going to teach you how to use Instagram. There's a lot of people, I'm betting, who don't know how to use any of this shit. Oh, but she's number 48 in the world. Okay, cool. She gets a lot of people to sign up. She's aesthetically, what every person that they want in Monat to look like. She got a lot of people to sign up, so she's getting a lot of commission. I'm guessing a lot of people are doing what they need to do, and she signs up a bunch of people. I'm guessing her social media strategy works, but I'm just saying the point is not to build an aesthetically pleasing wall. It's not to build whatever. Pretty shit. If you're selling something, the goal is to move the customer to the checkout. That's it. And she says, yes, you want someone to know, like, and trust you. All right, here's a product that's great. You need to find someone who needs this product, and then you need them to say, I want to buy this product. And she's saying you need to have someone connect with you, because that connection is more important than someone saying the product is incredible. And I disagree with that 100%. I think it's manipulative as fuck. I'm sorry. Rant over. Your brand should be trustworthy. It shouldn't be manipulative.
So you want to create like a community on your page. And so the thing is a lot.
Yes, sunk cost fallacy too. And a lot of these people who've been with her for a long time, a lot of these people who've been with her for a long time have said, well, she's been in for 5 years and she just hit $1 Million Club, or she's been in for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 8 years, 9 years. She just hit $1 Million Club. She stayed the course. I'm going to stay the course too. Sunk cost fallacy. When she got in relatively early, Monat's been around since 2014. And she's gonna say, like, I worked my ass off. I put my time in. You should put your time in too. Hell no. If your family's suffering financially because you're an MLM, you put your family first. You don't owe her a damn thing. Oh, but I like her as a person. That's fine. You don't owe her any finances. Don't pay to be friends with someone. Although I am grateful for all the memberships that y'all put in to support me. I hope I give y'all enough value on members only streams. I'm trying to put more value in when I'm in a better place financially to start doing gifts again. I'm just saying, like, God, MLM ruined so many things for me. And I wish I had discovered anti-MLM so much sooner than I did. And I'm glad I got out in 2022. It literally destroyed so many things in my life. And I regret it. I'm glad I'm out now. But God, it was so painful. It's still painful. Like, why am I still emotional about it? I don't know. Nora. Oh my God.
A lot of people get into this and they're like, okay, I'm in, I'm ready. I'm talking about my hair. I'm talking about how fast my hair is drying. I'm talking about my husband using it. I'm talking about my friend using it. I'm talking about this. And it's like, whoa. Who were you before Monat? Do not forget to show up the way you were before Monat. Don't forget that, because it's so important. So with the thing with that is like, how much Monat, how much personal stuff. Well, a good rule of thumb is 80% not Monat. So 80% you and 20% Monat. And it might seem like it should be backwards, but it should not. It is that much. So even though you know who you are, you know all of the things, but you might be like, well, then what am I posting about me? Like, what is there? So I like to recommend, I think this is the best way to go about it because you're going to always have something to fall back on. You're always going to feel confident about your.
No, and I didn't mean, like, I hope that being on YouTube is a whole different thing. I know I hope I do not make non-members feel bad. I hope I try to do a lot of streaming for subscribers too. I know that in subscribers, Google, I think Google owns YouTube. Google AdSense pays me. If you're a premium member, they pay me. If you're even if you're not a subscriber and you watch, that pays me too. I know it's an extra financial deal to be a member. I'm grateful, and I love that when y'all do gifted memberships that some people get to experience, like the Discord and stuff like that. I love that happens more often than not. And then I try to give 10 memberships away a month. It's I hope I don't create a line of like, oh, members and non-members, because if you're a subscriber, you're a squirrel. So I'm grateful for all y'all. And the support from everybody's great, and I appreciate it. I really am I'm very grateful. And I'm always surprised when y'all show up in the live chat. So it's even 3 years later, I'm like, oh my God, someone's in the live chat. This is great.
Post, but the best thing to do is to create 5 categories that fit into your life. Okay. So 5 things about you, and I will tell you about mine, and you'll get to see like how they can be built, right?
So we've downloaded some posts with all the comments visible, and they're all unnested. I have a program that does that, so we don't have to go to her Facebook. We're just going to look at her post and then read through to see what aligns from her old social media training.
But let me first tell you how you can get these categories. You can get these categories by what are the things you're passionate about? What are the things that you could just talk and talk and talk about for hours? You could stand up and give a dissertation on it without any practice. You're like, I am so passionate about it. Let's go. I can talk about this for hours. What are those things? Because those are the things that you can post about. Those are the things you're going to have excitement about. Okay. Write down the first things you're thinking of when you think of that. What do you talk about with your friends? Where do you go? What are the things you do? What do you do with your free time? These are the things that you can go through to try to figure out what your categories are, okay? One of your categories is obviously going to be money. You can have a couple more categories than 5, but you're just going to want to have your key topics, right? So then somebody can get to know you and they see this type of post and they know it's Lindsay, right? Oh, that's totally Lindsay's post, So you're being consistent in that sense. Let me tell you a little bit about my categories.
Radio.
So the reason I want to tell you about my categories is so you could see how you can like technically make them up, but I don't want to say make them up, but let me just explain. I'm trying to become a hiker. And I post about hiking and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a hiker. You guys, I post like I am out and about and I like really want to get out in nature. I want everyone to get back out in nature and enjoy nature. I've hiked twice, but I confidently go out there like I'm like, hey guys, hiking again. No, I've hiked twice, 2 times.
So dishonest. I don't know if this rubs me the wrong way because I'm autistic or if this rubs me the wrong way because one of my core values is honesty. Because I know, like, I could be autistic and telling the truth is, like, confusing to me when you don't. And one of your core values could not be honesty. Like, I understand that. My perspective is emotions are just information. They're signposts for your core values. That's my perspective. You can have a different perspective. I'm tired. The thing about Sunny D that rubbed me the wrong way is that she said she was one of the most honest people. and then she went and she lied her ass off. And this social media training, when I used to talk with clients, and I'm emotional about this because it's painful, one, being in chronic pain every day, but having to give up a career that I was passionate about. And listening to people like Lindsay teaching on something and then telling people that she is creating categories for social media to be somebody that people are supposed to know and like and trust. And she's going to be somebody, and one of her categories is hiking. People are supposed to trust her, but she's lying. She's posting on social media like she's like, oh my God, out hiking again, but she's only been twice. When you're building when you're building a company's presence online and you're establishing their brand. Yeah, she's talking about one person, but it's essentially, it's similar. Or even a product. What the fuck are you doing lying? Theranos or Thanos, whatever. Thanos is the evil guy, right? The lady with the little pill who said, like, you could do all these tests with this little, like, drop of blood. No. No. Stop lying. Stop lying to me. Just stop lying to me. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. Hey, you know what? I like Monat, and I like washing my hair. They only do this so they can get into Facebook groups that have to do with their categories so they can go recruit people into Monat. They're not really interested in talking to people about the things they like. I like crafty stuff. I like coloring on rocks, and I'm not like talented like Savannah. I don't know why it's not focusing. So I trace it with my little projector, and I have the best time of my life coloring. I love crochet. I like playing video games. I like my dog. I like doing projects. We're about to start another project. I like renovating homes. That's what I did before, like, I can't do anything now. That's stuff I like, but it's like, I'm not going to tell you all I like hiking. I don't really like hiking that much, but I'm in pain a lot. Hey, Tori. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to tell you, like, I like maybe day hiking. I like going to Enchanted Rock near Austin or whatever in the hill country. I like climbing up a rock and then climbing down a rock and then going out to eat. I'm going to go paint a rock right now, damn it. Tell me what to paint. Live chat, you know what to do. A squirrel! Oh my God, please paint a squirrel. What kind of squirrel should we paint? Please paint a squirrel. Oh my God, I'm going to put a new little tip on it. All right.
And it's one of my things, and I'm making it one of my things. So you really have control of whatever you want your things to be, right? Another thing of mine is housing. I love amazing kitchens. I love amazing bathrooms. And I also love Pinterest. So it's kind of like, that's where you find it all. So I'll post a great thing like that. And the other thing is that my husband and I are about to buy a house. So I'm sure that will be documented in the phase of that, which falls into the housing category. And then also, who knows if we'll be remodeling that house or not? I don't know. So it's just like, that's just one of the things. And I can bring people along on that journey. My dog, he's like a very odd looking creature. So he gets a lot of love when I post him on Instagram or Facebook. My cat also. My husband is one of my categories. And it's not just like, oh,
She still does her
I
husband.
talk about, we go out to eat, we make a lot of different food and stuff. So I talk about our food. I talk about our adventures, or I let people in on like a very awkward part of our conversation or something so ridiculous that he's making fun of me for,
Pop-Tart.
like that. So it's just bringing
Oh,
them
no.
in on that. My health, I'm a huge advocate for mental health and endometriosis. And I just want to spread the word just to educate people on
Endometriosis. Educating on endometriosis is important. I don't love that how common medical issues are used in Monat to sell the product. I have endometriosis. When I say it's important to educate on it, I'm serious. Like the amount of nurses that I've met, nurses are incredible, who don't know what endometriosis is scary. The amount of doctors that I've met who don't know what endometriosis is scary. I've since moved like a lot of my practitioners to one hospital because in that ecosystem, everybody knows what it is. So it's just, education's important. And like when I meet someone who doesn't know what it is, if I have the spoons, I try to educate as much as I can. But I wouldn't want to use it to manipulate someone to sell a product. I would not. That feels slimy even thinking about it.
That, and then just overall positivity and self-development. I love sharing positivity and trying to help people understand that they can get better. So those are kind of my topics. And I don't know, I'm sure I don't have kids or anything like that, but I'm sure if you have kids, they're going to be one of your topics.
No.
Maybe you travel a lot, maybe, whatever it is, whatever you enjoy and what you do, those are going to be your categories, things that are natural. You might have to think about them for a while. That's okay. But don't forget, your social media should be entertaining, it should be empowering, and it should be educational.
No. Your social media can be anything you want it to be. You know why? It's whatever you want. It can be, and you have to find out what it is first. Where is it? Where the heck is it? I'm looking for my iCloud. It is oh my God. Of course. Oh, we'll just keep going. She's saying that your Instagram has to be entertaining, and it's if you want it to be educational, you can. If you want it to be entertaining, you can. It doesn't have to be, you can, depending on how you want to show up. you can pick, depending on who you're talking to, just like if you have a company Instagram, a company Facebook, a company or an individual, whoever, however you want your company to show up, or if you're a company with a spokesperson, if you have kind of a representative, like not a mascot, but somebody who embodies your company, or if your person, there's a lot of ways to figure out who your target market is, if you're a company, or who your target market is as her, as your person. But it has to be very, very, very specific. And it's not, she's so limited in her understanding of how your social media can be, whatever. There's like 30 things that your Instagram can be.
Okay, entertaining, empowering, and educational.
No.
You have to bring value to people.
No.
So that would be your 80%. All of those categories, that's your 80%. You're going to be posting about that most of the time. Posts, stories, lives. I'm talking about everything. IGTV, everything we're splitting up. Okay. So that's that. Now let's move into the 20%. Here's where I have a problem, because I could go on for about 15 hours on this topic,
God.
and I'm not going to.
Sorry.
So I'm going to try to get to the good stuff and give it to you guys. Okay. Cause I'm like, I can get so passionate about this. So I have to okay. So whenever the best way to build your business with network marketing, in my opinion, is attraction marketing. And so what you're doing is pulling people in, sharing a little bit, right? We're not pushing people away and just like shoving all of our information in their face, like every single detail. We're just trickling in details, pulling people in. And I'll give you a better example of actual posts for that in a couple of minutes. But creating curiosity is where it's at. So you want to be talking about, wow, my hair just...
So you would figure out who your audience is. So her audience is probably more often than not a woman who has either bad hair or hair that could be better. Probably not someone who has incredible hair. That would be probably person number 3. And age-wise, any age, but her younger to a little bit older than her starting out point, you would make literally a super specific audience avatar. You would literally make a name. You would make an age for them, their stage of life, their gender. You wouldn't have to fill this out if you didn't want to. Their little, like their location, their family situation, their education, their income, their occupation. What are their hobbies, their behaviors, their personality traits, their values, their attitudes, their interests, their beliefs, their motivations, their priorities. And the reason you do this is because it helps you remember to talk to someone specifically when you're on social media, when you're talking on Instagram, when you're talking on Facebook, when you're talking on YouTube, or when you're talking on whatever platform you talk on, because it's not just a generic thing. Like when you look at these Facebook posts, when we're going to read these Facebook posts that Lindsay writes, she's writing to a huge audience. And obviously, I can't really say anything specifically about her because she's number 48 in Monat. She's number 48 in the world. But if you have a business, if you are doing stuff online, it helps figuring out who you want to talk to before you get to this stage, because this helps you really figure out, once you've figured out who kind of generally your audience is, because you start to understand this person, and you're still going to catch outliers. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have a big enough audience to sell to, but it really helps when you're talking to that person, because it's more conversational, it's more specific, it's more business owner wise, like when you're looking to move that person to the register. This is not just growing on Instagram. It's saying this is specifically for I have something to sell and I'm moving someone to the register, I'm not looking for growth just for I'm not looking for vanity numbers. So I'm just going to show you one more thing. I'm just going to talk about one more thing. I'm just looking in my old notes. So when she's talking about those 3 things that your Instagram has to be, or what it has to be to other people, and she's saying engaging and entertaining and whatever, that's bullshit. You write, and she was saying, what are you passionate about? And then she was saying that she lies about some of it. Ignore that. You can make a list. What are you passionate about? Sure. What do you want to share? So some of y'all are business owners, right? Some of y'all are jewelry makers. Av makes incredible stitch markers and jewelry, and Av also does the kazoo earrings that I'm in love with. I have the Halloween earrings, and I have the our blue and our purple earrings that I'm not wearing right now, but I'm gonna do more streams without my headphones. I'm gonna try to get some in-ears or whatever so I'm getting a bunch of earrings for October, so I'm excited. But Av, has jewelry, and some of y'all have custom woodworking, and some of y'all have whatever. So you sell stuff. So what do you want to share? If you have a business page, you have that. What does your brand represent? So you could just kind of brain dump, right? And your audience that you want, your audience avatar, like, what do they need? What do they want from you? And what pains can you solve? They're looking for stitch markers. What kind of stitch markers are they looking for? Well, knitting and crochet. Well, what about that? Some people, like me, really like some knitting stitch markers, but I crochet a lot. Oh, well, Av can switch out the knitting, the knitting ones for the crochet ones. And it's like, that's so easy to do. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. That's a pain point that I have in a lot of the Etsy shops, that it's either all knitting or all crochet. So it's like, okay, well, shit. But I know that's a pain point for me. I'm just using Av as an example. So that's an example. That's a pain point that Av solves. Av doing the sterling silver is a pain point that solves for me, because I have to do gold because my skin, the other stuff, like, hurts. Gold or silver. It hurts, like, my skin if I don't. So, like, those are pain points that Av solves. So if Av hears back from customers like, hey, does your metal have this because I'm allergic or whatever, that's a pain point. That's example. So you write all that down, okay? What do they need or want? They want cute stitch markers. They like cute animals. They like whatever you want to write down. I'm just going to read you the list of things that you could add. What are you passionate about? You could be passionate about education, information, motivation, inspiration, empowerment, optimization, design, assisting, simplification, challenge, encouragement, adventure, popular stuff, rational, passionate, urgency, scarcity, rewards, embrace, potential, empathy, pain, satisfaction, enthusiasm, initiative, ambition, bandwagon, exclusive, validation, lifestyle, product, compel, support, exclusive, friendly, fun, enlighten, value, and incentive, humor, community, familiarity. So for me, I think empathy is something that I'm passionate about. I think probably I think that maybe community is something I'm passionate about. I think that I would say maybe empowering people, like helping people, like giving people information so they have access to like be able to do other things, stuff like that. So that would be an idea. So if you feel like so like with Savannah, Savannah has a lot of humor on, like with her videos, and a lot of like excellence in her like editing and passion, and has a lot of what is it? Like generosity and like community, like stuff like that. I don't want to speak for her, but that's some ideas. So then you hone it down to your values and your core beliefs, whatever. Then you start working through how you want to figure out what you're offering on your channel, on your platforms, depending on who your person is, who your community is, and what your goal is. Goal being helping people get out of multi-level marketing at the end of the day. Making my live chat, making my community a safe place for people to land however long they need to land here for. And welcoming people regardless if they're still in multi-level marketing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we're going back to the video. Sorry. Rant over.
Tried so much faster in a post, right? But you're not saying like, oh, because of these products, but you're not giving all of the details away, right? You're just kind of letting people see all of the little greatness about money, and you're building it up. And you're bringing people in to enjoy your page. You're bringing people in to learn more, okay? And you want to give so much value, you guys. Give. I'm probably gonna say this 100 times this call. You have to give. Nonstop give. With
Why? Why? Give to get? She gives to get? She gives to get. Why do you give to get? Savannah does not give to get. Aaron doesn't give to get. There's so many of y'all, like, Av doesn't give to get. There's so many in the live chat that does not give to get. They just give to give. They're just helpful to help. They just help to help. Difference from multi-level marketing to whatever we have here. Helpful to help. That's it.
Expectations to receive. Knowing you will receive, but with no expectations to receive.
Knowing you're gonna receive, I'm gonna give and know that I'm gonna receive, but like not gonna act like I'm gonna receive. Okay, Lindsay, tell me more.
Just giving to educate and to give value and all of that, okay? And I promise it comes back around, because you will be the...
I promise it's gonna come back around, because like totally karma, but like I'm not gonna pretend that I'm gonna know it's gonna come back around. No, you just give because information can help other people. The end. Hey, guess what? Bringing down multi-level marketing is more important than worrying about if someone's going to give you shit. This is so irritating to listen to.
Monat Pro, when people are thinking about it, you are going to be the person they think about. You want people to feel something. You want people to be able to relate to you. You want people to know that you have a solution for something, whether that's finance,
Exactly,
or your
Ov.
hair or your skin, whatever it is. You just want people to know that you have these solutions. And the more you share, the more you're going to be offering that to people. So here's the thing that I find a lot of people get caught up in, myself sometimes included, is posting about you and posting about your routine. So the thing with that, okay, you guys, I had frizzy hair. And the thing is I don't have well, I mean, I still have frizzy hair without Monat, right? Monat helps me not have frizzy hair. But the thing is like, I could scream from the rooftops because I was so freaking, I hated my frizzy hair. I hated it. It drove me nuts. I had it in a bun all the time just because I didn't want to deal with like straightening it or anything like that, whatever it was. And then I come over here and the smoothing shampoo, the smoothing conditioner, the Frizz Fix. You guys, the Frizz Fix is my hands down favorite product. But if I only talk about the smoothing shampoo and the smoothing conditioner and the Frizz Fix, who am I attracting? I am not attracting somebody that has curly hair, somebody that has an oily scalp, somebody that has dry ends. I'm not attracting anybody else but frizzy people. Who knows what people think? Maybe they would think that Monat is only for frizzy people. You know what I mean? So you want to expand outside of what you are using, but also of course show what you're using. You want to find a nice balance with it. So I don't want to confuse you, but you also want to share what you're using to show that you're using the products, you know, but don't make that the only thing you're sharing. So if you're like, well, I don't know what else to post about. I don't know what other products to even consider posting about, you know, print out. Oh, here. This isn't the newest one. So it doesn't have skin. I don't know if the skincare one's out. Look at this. We have over 50 products, you guys. Over 50 products. When's the last time you posted about the color line? See, there's so many products. The men's line. There's so many products. The kids line that we aren't talking about. And if you either take a product catalog or print out a price sheet, check them off. There's over 50 products. I just gave you 2 months of posts, right? Because if you posted about one every single day, that's 2 months of posts right there. So don't forget that there are other products out there. The other things to talk about with us is beyond just the products. You want to talk about why Monat is so great because it's
Yeah, what does she mean with frizz? Because frizz is pretty with curly hair and humidity or dry and static. Yeah, I don't know. It seems maybe she's talking about I don't know. I'm definitely confused. And also this is blurry because I resized it because this was an older video and the first video was newer. So I'm not exactly sure. Her hair does look smoother here. And we are going to look at their social media post because she's still doing the same strategy. She's doing, she actually just went back to working at a radio station this year. I wonder why. I wonder why she went back to radio because I wonder why she wasn't making enough money in Monat since she, I just wonder. I have over 950 products. I don't think the number of products available correlates to quality of or actual income. Yep. Terry, what's up? We are looking at the number 48 income earner in Monat, the number 48 in the world. So when I infiltrated the Monations conference top 50 list, we're at number 48 right now. So she is making clear that she shills products that she has never actually used or tested. Correct. Call me crazy, but like I would never ever trust Monat products on children. Yeah. I mean, so fun fact, I used Monat for a little over a year. And when I was in Young Living, I was told by my upline and my upline's upline that, of course, Monat was not as good as Young Living, and how could I trust the product? So I gave up Because I don't know what I thought. Like, I was like, okay. And I was not a Monat market partner or anything. I was just buying the products because I didn't know what I was doing. And yeah, I'd heard like your hair was going to fall out. And yes, the black shampoo like burned the shit out of my scalp because it had peppermint essential oil in it. And so I stopped using the Monat shampoo. I stopped buying it. I was still using the black shampoo as a clarifier. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. And I bought the Young Living shampoo, and that didn't even get like to my scalp. It just was not good. And then my upline started supporting her sister, who started doing Monat as a business. And so my upline joined as a Monat rep and was a Young Living rep, and started saying how clean the ingredients were and how incredible it was, when just before I had been shamed to hell in a handbasket that the Monat products were not clean, even though you go and you type in all the ingredients and they come up as quote unquote clean on EWG. They're just super concentrated, and I can see how people had issues with their scalp, in my opinion, Erdonetas. So, I can see too how potent they were and how nervous I would be if you used the products on children or dogs, in my opinion, because this is a commentary channel, so please see the disclaimer at the beginning. Yeah. So obviously, like, my hair, I'm sure, like, if you know what I'm saying, like, you'd probably have to do a lot to make my hair fall out. My hair is falling out from my medication, and you're probably like, but you have a lot of hair. It's still like anxiety when you feel like you only have one good, you know what I mean? Like, you feel like you only have one good feature about you, and it's nerve-wracking because, like, it's part of it's growing back, but I can see how it would be nerve-wracking for people to have their hair fall out from shampoo or medication or stuff like that. So, I don't think I'm good at drawing squirrels, Savannah.
The very beginning, I'm very, very honest with this. At the very beginning, my upline was posting about the dry shampoo. That's one of the first posts I saw, and I was like, oh gosh, this girl thinks she's gonna make money with shampoo. Like, oh, I feel so bad for her. But I didn't realize.
If you want a good hair person, Abby Young. ABBEYYUNG. She's incredible. She's on YouTube. She's a trichologist. She recommends drugstore stuff and sometimes more expensive stuff. I love her recommendations.
How fantastic the shampoo.
If you actually are in MLM and you're like, oh my God, who am I supposed to use if I decide to leave Monat? Go check out Abby Young. She has the recommendations across like the range of prices.
Who was. So I know, because I have these feelings, I know that other people are probably like, what is this girl doing with the shampoo? Well, when I can explain to you that there's safer ingredients in it, and that to find products with safer ingredients is hard. It's hard to find these products that you can trust and know that they're okay. Our products actually perform, just like I was talking about my frizz. You know how many frizz products I had that I did not, that are just like 3 pumps, and I'm like, okay, this is not working, but do I really want to throw it away? No, let's just throw it in a cabinet, right? We're used to products not performing, so these products are performing. We also have crazy, crazy technology in our products. We have a split end mender that is mending. That is mending.
Is it appeal to high tech? What is the appeal to high tech fallacy? Overhyping fancy technology to make a scam sound credible without providing real evidence. For example, our system uses cutting edge algorithms to guarantee success, with no explanation of how it works. That's not exactly like I make these logical fallacies for MLMs specifically, but she's talking about how like the shampoos and the conditioners have all this high tech stuff in them to make the multi-level marketing company sound like it's amazing, or they're super clean, so Monat is great. No thanks. Hi, Holly.
The split ends in 60 seconds. You guys, this is crazy. There's technology in our products. The advanced hydration line helps your hair stay hydrated for, I believe it's 72 hours. You guys, it's like, we have to be screaming from the rooftops on how incredible these products are. Who are your products for? Think about that. Make a post for them, talk to them and grab them. And be like, I know what it's like to wash your hair every single day because your hair gets oily. Or I have a VIP on my team, or a VIP customer, and she now can go 3 days without washing her hair. Before, by night, she was washing her hair because it was getting so oily. You know what that does for someone? That shows them how much time they can save. That shows them how much confidence they could have. That shows them a list of things, on top of how good the products are. So don't forget to paint a story, or paint a picture of the story you're trying to tell. Also explain why the products are needed. Maybe the restructuring line, maybe I don't think I really need it. And then I figure out, there's other signs of damage outside of like over bleaching or something like that. There's so many ways to get damaged hair, and I could really use that restructuring line. But in the end, just remember to make it about everyone else, especially when you're talking to them one-on-one.
Exactly, Joy.
Make it about them. It's so huge. That's so huge. It's such a huge part that some people can miss. So do not miss that. And if you are, just correct it and make it more about the person you're talking to. Other things with business. So let's talk about the business, because you also want to talk about the business, right? There's so many different parts of the business that we could talk about. There's the compensation plan. There's Smart Start. There's all of our training. You guys, our leaders are trained by John C. Maxwell. I was going to say one of the biggest leadership gurus,
If you don't know, John C. Maxwell started out as a pastor, and he began making trainings for leaders, and soon began teaching kind of as going around to churches and doing trainings, and then went to corporate, more corporate / businesses, and doing trainings for like leadership, HR type things. And now has some type of school where he does trainings at multi-level marketing companies, and has some type of training with Monat. And I don't know if I would say that we snuck into an Optavia conference via the internet, and we live streamed it. And so John spoke, and he goes, "Hi, I'm John, and I'm your friend." And he said that every time he got to speak. And I wouldn't say that all of the things that he speaks on are high control. I don't love that he has no discretion in the types of events that he chooses to speak at, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if you're in Monat, I would recommend, there's no harm in going and watching Abby Young's videos. What's it going to hurt? It's either going to solidify your love for Monat, or you're going to learn something, and it might add a product to your routine that Monat hasn't been able to fill. What is harmful if you're in Monat, if you've had questions that your upline's not been able to answer, and a trichologist is going to be able to answer that question for you? Is your upline a trichologist? If she's a cosmetologist, if she's a hairstylist, okay, great. Is she a trichologist? I'm saying that's a different level of certification. It's a different level of education. What's wrong with you learning something from her? Oh, information control? You think that your brain's going to be corrupted by somebody who has more education in the hair industry than your upline who makes money off of your purchases from Monat? Okay. Do whatever you want.
biggest leadership guru, has partnered with Monat, and they train our leaders who train
I sped her
us.
up.
So we're getting that training too. So there's just so many things to post about Cadillac, trips, all the things, right? And sometimes you're like, okay, well, I don't have people, I haven't earned a trip yet, or I don't have anyone on my team earning a trip yet. Don't forget that you can congratulate other people in the page, other people that you see. Give them a shout out. No one's ever going to be like, why is this girl congratulating me? Everyone's going to be so excited for the extra love. Could you imagine just getting a random post congratulating you on everything you've earned? So
Love
don't
bombing.
forget that you can use other stories if you don't have your own yet. But then also, as you're talking about the business, don't forget that you can talk about your goals. You don't have to have pure success right away in order to have a story. You can say, you guys, just like I was telling you, I've wanted to buy, we're working on buying a house. Oh my gosh, I've been using this business to work on buying a house, and
That is an FTC violation. FTC violation. I've been using this business to work on buying a house. Where are we? We're at minute 26. Where's my notes? Minute 26. Just scroll on down. Hold on. Scroll on down a little bit faster than that. I don't know, deceptive acts, misleading income representation. Again, FTC Section 5.
so close to making it happen, and it's all because of money. It's not happened yet. I'm not posting the picture of the keys. I'm not posting what the house looks like. We don't have it yet, but we can talk about our goals. Oh my gosh, I'm driving in my car right now. I used to have a Honda CRV. Okay, I'm driving in my Honda CRV, and as I'm driving, I'm just thinking about all the white Cadillacs I'm seeing. Do you guys ever see white Cadillacs? They're just everywhere. I see them everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just like, what is it? The world, just like the universe, like telling me. But so I would see white Cadillacs everywhere. Why not post about it? You know? So just talk about the white Cadillac that you're going to get. Which one are you going to get? Are you going to get the car? Are you going to get the XT5? Are you going to get the Escalade? What are you going to get? It's okay to post about it and tell people what your goals are, because it'll help other people dream as well. So I want to go back to the push versus pull, what I was talking about at the very beginning, how attraction marketing is very pull. And so just a very quick example of that would be a Coca-Cola billboard, right? That's a pull. They're going to show the bubbles in the Coke sitting in the glass, right? They're pulling you in. You're like, oh, thinking about that Coke. But then maybe a push is when you're at the gas station and it's like 2 for $3.50. Open the door and grab it. We're pushing you. We're pushing you to do it, right? We're pushing you and telling you what to do. So all of that, let me explain. Okay, so I wrote these posts out. You guys know when we had that VIP sale where the VIP fee was waived, the $20 was waived. This is when I wrote this example out. So I'm not saying it's waived again. This is my example that I used for that. So a push, remember, we are not pushing, we want to pull. So a push post, which I would say is not a good thing. Push, quote, money VIP fee waived until tonight. Get your order in. What does that do for me? What is money? Why do I want it? Why do I have to get my order in tonight? Like, why? Like, what? Why? Why are you making, what, you know? Okay, here's a poll where I'm pulling you in. Have you ever paid, again, this is about the VIP fee sale, okay? That was a couple weeks ago. Have you ever paid a Costco membership fee, or do you pay for Amazon Prime? We have something super similar, but it's only paid once. The $20 fee is waived for this weekend only. The perks last a lifetime, free shipping and a free product with all of your flagships. Are you ready to get started with your shampoo delivered to your door? So much better than get your order in tonight. You see the...
It's not waived forever. I wonder if school needs to do better at education on how to understand medical and scientific data, because I feel like that ignorance plays a role in MLM prominence. Yeah. I mean, I think too, it's an issue with telephone, because someone repeats information and then someone repeats information a little bit different, then someone repeats information a little bit different. And it's like, also in English class, I don't think there's, in my opinion, and again, it's issues too, like we don't pay teachers enough. And the way that the class system is set up, having so many classes in a day, it's difficult on teachers to get enough time with students in a day to be able to take the time to work on papers in class, where you get to do the type of research and get to talk about the type of research that's meaningful with primary data. Because as that carries over, like you do it in high school, sure. Not everyone goes to college where you get to do more of that. But if you did it in 7th, 8th grade, you at least did a little bit, and then you did it in high school. But if you did more of that A-B scheduling where you get to do longer class periods, you could get to do that because then you'd understand the importance of, hey, here's a picture, share it. Why? Oh, well, this person did that. Are you sure they did that? I'd rather share my picture. I'd rather share, you can't share a picture that you didn't experience. You know what I mean? Like, you can't share anecdotal evidence in this. You have to, like, the FTC and what does the policies and procedures say? Like, you can actually get into trouble or, I don't know. Like, teachers need to be able to make more money. They do too much to, like, teachers need to be able to make more money in my opinion. Like, yeah, we need to be able to do more. I just think, like, teachers need to be able to make more for us to want kids to be able to learn more in school. Having all this testing and stuff is stressful, and, like, we could teach more about interest rates and home purchasing, or we could teach more about I don't know.
Where you're drawing people in, you're making people visualize things, and you're making people relate to things. And they can be like, yes, I can relate to a Costco membership. When my membership runs out, I hate going to Costco because I have to pay it again. I hate it. I'm like, oh, an extra $50 on top of my order? Dang it. But this is a one-time thing, and it's waived, right? So you're creating all of this. The other thing is, let me check my notes really quick for one thing. Yeah, that's where I wanted to say this. Okay, let's talk a little bit about structure of a post. So the products, again, solutions, but you want to focus on the benefits, okay? And then you want to transition into overcoming that problem. So I used to have super, super frizzy hair. I would throw it up in a bun every single day. It was so annoying. I never did anything with my hair. Then I found Monat, and I saw that shampoo could literally help my hair. I never even thought that anything that said smooth on it would actually do the smoothing. If you're like me and you need something like this, we need to talk. That is the missing key. I think a lot of people, I don't know if you forget about it. I don't know if you're scared. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people forget to do the call to action. How are you going to get people to reach out to you? You have to ask them to take an action. What is the action they are going to take? Do not be afraid to ask for the sale, okay? People assume that, I wrote this note down. I read it the wrong way. Market partners assume that people will just reach out to them if they want.
Sure.
And a lot will.
Yeah, you need the call to action for sure. I mean, and doing stuff online is different than doing business in person. Like, I get that.
I'm not saying no one will, but don't forget to invite them to ask you more and to talk to you more of it. And whenever we're talking about the business for structure sake, because I mentioned the products, come from a place of gratitude, come from a place of benefits, and definitely create curiosity. You're always creating curiosity, and you want people to be asking you more questions. So let's talk a little bit about stories, because a lot of that stuff can go into stories as well.
That's okay, Heather.
Let's talk specifically
Good
about
to see
stories.
you.
Whenever you are posting a story, you want to make sure that you're utilizing all of the functions, okay? You want to, and what I mean by that is the GIFs, the polls, the questions, the hashtags, the locations, all of the options. Oh, I could just pop it up and show you guys probably real quick. Just so you know, whenever you are in, maybe I'm not going to be, all of these that are extra things, I don't know if you could see them, but all of those extras that pop up in the Instagram stories are things you want to use, okay? It makes you more searchable. It makes you pop up in things, like all of the greatness, okay? And plus it really gets a lot of interaction going when you use the polls, the questions, and all of that. And if you don't get a lot of interaction at once, don't worry about it. Just keep being consistent, just with everything else. Just gotta keep being consistent. So the stories, the thing with the stories is it's kind of like a behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be curated. It doesn't have to be anything.
For sure, that makes sense.
I popped out of the shower, I have wet hair, and
that
I
makes
want
sense.
to tell you about my conditioner that I.
Yeah, I mean, that totally makes sense. I mean, for me, just the way my brain is, and maybe this is like only me thing, and I understand my experience is not other people's experience. I thought it could be cool to have a curriculum where it's more tied together, where the science and English and history and geography were tied, like, we're connected together so that it wasn't so disjointed. And I mean, I guess the teachers would get offended, but when you're talking about geography, you could be talking about geography in the same, like the geography in the same place you were talking about whatever you were talking about in history. And so those same things could be connected in your brain. And you could be writing similar things, at least a little bit, about what you were in the same place. I mean, even if you couldn't stay in the same spot, because it would take too long. You'd either have to move on, at least you could start in the same spot, and you could be writing about things that would happen. I mean, I don't know. What do I know? It just seems strange that everything's so separate, and then when you get into the adult world, there's a lot of things that are connected. Hi! I'm back. My grandkids called it. Oh, say hi to Corinthians for me. It's good to see you. Yeah, data reading super important. I think that's a big deal. Sorry, I'm definitely squirreling. Sorry.
I just use. I literally did that on a story yesterday. If you want to educate more on the topic you're talking about, you can add text to the story. So just really have fun with stories and show up in your stories, because it shows people the real you. Maybe your animal's doing something funny. Maybe your kids are doing something funny. Maybe you're out at dinner and you want to take a picture of your meal. Whatever it is, use your stories to kind of just document your life. Like it's a little mini diary. Like document your life and share it with people. So that's it. Oh, and also last thing for stories is that before and afters are super great in here. So if you're going to share a product or spotlight a product that you're talking about, follow it by a couple of before and afters to show the proof of what it's actually doing. Because we see it all the time. So we're blown away by it all the time, but we have to remember that other people don't see it all the time like us. But yeah, so the other thing I want to say before I move on to the next topic is follow people that you like their posting style. And for so long, I'm going to be completely honest with you, for so long, I was afraid that if I followed people super closely, I would just sit and compare myself to them, and I would sit and it just wasn't going to be good for my mental health, right? But if you're following people with the intent of learning and following people with the intent of just seeing how they're doing things and they really post like you or how you want to start posting, and just following them for that and take out the comparison, make sure if you start comparing, check your brain. It's like, that's how super important it is that I wanted to mention that, because it's just like, do not compare yourself to people online. Everybody's different. Everyone has their life, and you can have whatever your situation is too. Maybe people are comparing themselves to you. You know what I mean? So watch yourself when you are comparing, but do keep an eye on people that inspire you. Let's move on to content photos. I have a lot of people ask me about content photos all the time, and I think I asked about them a lot whenever I didn't really know how people had pictures all the time. I was like, how do you just have a picture ready to go with this post? You have to be intentional about it, and there's no real way around that. You need the intention behind it. It's not just going to happen.
We're going to be able to look at her posts.
Right? But here's the thing. If you have the idea, go take the picture. That's my biggest thing. Like if it's midnight and I'm sitting and I'm like, oh, I need a picture of the serum, me holding it so I can make it in my stories, I go take the picture. So I not have something that's like holding me back from making a post.
Don't pull your hair out. Don't pull your hair out.
Posts for pictures or pictures for posts, then you have to kind of plan it out. You don't have to, but if you want to load a bunch, you have to. So you could do a couple of things. You can, like how I went, because I'm a hiker, so I went on that hike. So
liar, pants on fire.
Hike, like, you're gonna have to take some pictures, right? And she's like, oh, I know. So we're taking pictures out there. I made her take a couple of pictures of me. Nothing crazy, didn't take up too much time, but we took a couple of pictures. And then we're walking down the street and we see this massive statue. It's like life size, like probably like 2 times the size of me, and it says 2020, and it's stacked 2020s, huge 2020s, and I'm like, I need a picture with that 2020, right? So it's noticing those things, walking over to it, taking a picture. It took 5 seconds to go over there. Before I would be like, oh, that's super cute, but my brain wouldn't connect, like, oh, let's just walk over there, take a picture, and I now have this picture. And I actually haven't even posted it yet, but I have it. Or maybe there's like a bench that's super cute with a background. Whatever it is, as you see things, as you're out and about, take the picture. Self-timer mode is fantastic if you need to set it up, so that way it just takes it for you. If you don't have a photographer, have your husband snap it. My husband didn't love taking pictures, but he realizes like we could just take 1 or 2 real quick and it's fine. outside of that, outside of just being intentional, if you see something super cute, or if you get ready, taking a bunch of pictures, holding the oil, showing the oil dropper, holding a bottle of shampoo, holding a bottle of conditioner, you guys, these are things that are very, very time saving when we have a sale on oil and all of a sudden you have a picture with oil already. I can tell you that every single time we have some sort of shampoo sale, I'm like, why do I not have a picture of me holding shampoo? Why?
There's PNGs on the website. Why can't you just talk about it and copy and paste it onto your Instagram stories? I don't understand. Whatever.
Just one shampoo bottle. How do I not have that? So take those intentional pictures also so you have them. And then on top of that, you can schedule content days. And this is a lot smaller and easier than it sounds. Take your phone, take like 3 shirts, 2 shirts, have one on, take 2 more, and go out somewhere. I went to the library most recently, and it has like a big grass area in front of it. And then inside had desks, and there was like buildings with different textures on it. And there was benches out.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go to a public place where it's supposed to be quiet and people are studying and like reading books and being super like, I don't know, not doing social media shit for a multi-level marketing company, and you're going to go disrupt them to take pictures for your pyramid schmeme? Cool. Can we just like all agree to not disturb or blaspheme the sacred space of a library, please? Are you kidding me? I hope you are quiet as hell. Are you kidding me?
Outside, and I just took pictures everywhere. There was a sculpture outside I stood in front of, and we just took pictures everywhere. And it was me and a friend. She's also another market partner. She's not on my team, so it doesn't have to be someone on your team. It can just be someone local. Just go out and take some pictures, and then you're gonna have a time. And I think that that's the best way to do it, because you really could stockpile so much like that. But again, if you get ready and you look good, just go take a bunch of pictures also. And then if you can think of a post that you want to post, just make sure you track the pictures that you need. Okay, moving on to the final 2 things, and I'll try to wrap this up a little quicker. Let's talk about connecting. So this is outside of posting. When you make a post, that's a fantastic task to do. That's not like I showed up today. Like I worked all day long. You made a post. There's more work to do behind that.
Let's not get in the way of an MLM by being reasonable humans. Oh my God. Leave libraries alone. Yes. Go to a public park if you want to do stuff outside.
To make sure that post performs and gets the job done, right? So this also, with connecting and growing your network, is where your categories come into play again, because you get to choose who you work with when you do it like this. You get to choose who you interact with when you do it like this. You can go to Facebook groups. You can go to, I think I might have it split up by Facebook groups and Instagram in my notes, but let's talk about Facebook groups. You could be super specific in a Facebook.
You did this at GoPro, Jesse Lee.
Say that you want to, I'm in manifestation groups. I'm in an Arizona manifestation group. I'm in an endometriosis group. I'm in all of these different.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. I am going to say fuck you to her. I normally don't. We normally have a rule. If you are taking advantage of people in an endometriosis group and having conversations and then slowly kind of bringing up Monat, absolutely not. As someone with endo, I'm not embarrassed. Fuck you. I mean, drag me on the internet. I'm going to call it. We're just going to read her posts. I'm done with this video. Here's what I'm going to say. if you don't know what endometriosis is, this is the best way I understand it. When you have your cycle, instead of it shedding and instead of your lining shedding and leaving your body, like when you bleed once a month, it like goes into your body. So it like, from what I understand, and you have these lesions that end up attaching different places and wreaking havoc inside. So sometimes you don't experience pain until later on in life, or sometimes you start experiencing different symptoms that are unexplained but behave like different things and are difficult to diagnose because they do not show up on any scans. You can get an x-ray, nothing shows up. You can get a CT scan, nothing shows up. You can get an MRI, nothing shows up. So, sometimes, and not all the time, a doctor will tell you, how would you like an appointment with a psychiatrist? Or have you thought about, for me, I was told, every time that I ended up in the emergency room, would you like, or how, I think you need to lose weight, drink more water, and eat more vegetables. And growing up, I was training full time and with tennis. So to me, training full time was, I was playing between 6 and 8 hours a day of tennis, and every weekend or every other weekend I was going to tournaments, and then I ended up tearing my shoulder. I tore my bicep tendon. When I wasn't training, I started teaching. And because my kind of what I thought I was going to do, it ended up not working out. I went to college. My sister said, I think you'll be good at graphic design. So I did that because I didn't know what I was going to do. All of my high school career, I was in pain. My 20s, unexplained pain, but I was still able to do my marathons. I still was able to do my half marathons. I was still able to be extremely active. Life got painful when I was 29, 30. I started going into the emergency room with unexplained pain, and I wouldn't have taken up a spot in the emergency room if I wasn't in extreme pain, because I started getting extreme anxiety around that time as well. I was in Mary Kay when I was 24, so I was still able to do stuff even though I was in pain, and my anxiety built up, and my pain built up. So I did start getting on some anxiety medication when I was, how old am I? 32. And then I started becoming more immobile. The last time that I was able to run was 2019. 2020 sucked. but I was still able to walk and work out. I was able to jump rope 2020, 2021, downhill. I started, I thought Young Living was going to help me 2019. I started taking Young Living's like progesterone. I started seeing some kind of, I thought it was improvement. I thought essential oils were going to help me. I started taking essential oils internally. That was not a good idea. I discovered anti-MLM. I was not going to get if you're, I'm not going to talk about it because I was very crunchy up until 2020. And because my immune system was so wrecked from all the stuff leading up to that and everything, we just decided to go more the traditional route of medical intervention. And then I started going in and out of the emergency room for help, and I didn't get help. And then I didn't get approved to go with my spouse to Japan because they couldn't keep me. They didn't know what my pain was from. The Navy doctor was finally the one who, like, was compassionate towards me. He was gonna give me like a pap smear, and I couldn't do it because of extreme pain. He sent me to town to be sedated to have one. And I experienced like a medical trauma from that doctor. My mom was there, and so she started looking into that, and that was 2023. And then February, I lost like my ability to walk without extreme pain, and my mom like just was typing in every single thing that I had, and she was just researching all night long, trying to help me, and found a lady in Dallas that she thought might help me. And so she thought it was endo. My mom thought it was endo, and the doctor in Dallas didn't even like do a procedure because I like didn't even do an exam. She was like, "You have endo." And she wasn't on our insurance, but she said that she knew someone in Houston who was at Texas Children's Women's Pavilion who might be on TRICARE. And at the time, I was still at the base where we were, and the doctor and his assistant was the one, he and his assistant were the ones who really advocated for me, and she was like part of the billing / like coordinating, and she did a lot too, like with TRICARE West and East and stuff. And she actually, because he had been on TRICARE before and he wasn't currently listed, she did something and she ended up putting the doctor back on so I could have him. And so, anyways, I could go see him, but I had a surgery November 2023. I had surgery this year, So when I hear Lindsay this top earner in Monat talk about being in an endometriosis group as part of her process for finding people to recruit into Monat, to find people to sell her shampoo and her conditioner and her Rejuvenate oil to. Not only does it disgust me as someone, as she said, she's someone who's trying to educate people on endometriosis. It's already painful enough to live with this and to not have the relief that you're hoping for after every surgery. To know that there's predatory people in these type of groups who have ulterior motives that are all for the purposes of making money. It's slimy and disgusting. It's awful. It's just awful. Like, what the hell? I'm not going to apologize for crying. Crying helps you regulate, but it's like, why do you think that's a good idea? If you know how painful endo is, why do you think that's a good idea to go into a group where you know people have experienced pain with endo and you're going to go in and build predatory relationships with them so that you can try to recruit them into Monat? Why do you think that's a good idea? I don't understand. So here's, oh my God, this tape. I don't understand. We're just gonna look at 3 posts and then I'm outie. I don't get it. Here is, she's back in radio, I guess. I will make it bigger. Well, I'll read it to y'all. Love you too, Savannah. Yeah, don't join groups for people with medical conditions to take advantage of them, even if you have that condition. So, Lindsay said, and there my Insta name goes back to Lindsay Lynch. It's just because, oh yeah, she blocked me on both her names. This is from a couple of years ago, but she pinned it, and then we have her current one because y'all found her regular one. But this happened a couple of years ago. And there goes my Insta name back to Lindsay Lynch. It's just because I'm back in radio. Kurt and I are fine. Everything is fine. No, seriously. I was so excited a few weeks ago when I got a text with an offer to get back into radio. I thought, well, this could be fun. And so far, it has been the most fun out of my whole radio career. Last week, I was officially announced as the midday host on 101.1 The Bounce. I'm on week. Y'all don't go do anything. If I find out anyone has called this radio station, I'm going to be pissed. Don't do it. From 10 to 3, it's a throwback station, and we play literally everything I have saved on my phone. Eminem, Outkast, Nelly, Tupac, Rihanna, etc. I'm still rocking Monat, of course, but after 10 years of working from home, I'm filling my cup in a way I didn't know I needed. It's refreshing to be around people more than just virtually each day. I've truly exhausted myself creatively each day in the last month, which I don't think I realized how much I have missed. If you know me, you know I'm a hard worker. So I'm really excited for the comfort zone. This comfort zone push this has given me to get back into a more fast-paced environment while balancing my business like I do best. This is a push-pull post that she's talking about. She's trying to get people to interact with her. And again, this little exporter I have does the comments, and not a lot of people commented on this. But love that station. Welcome back to radio. Didn't do really what she wanted it to do. It's still pinned. But we just did a few of them. She's still following her rules of this is from this year. Again, she doesn't get a lot of engagement, but again, she's number 48 in the world. I have endo from age 15 to 40. It was horrific. I understand your pain. Oh, thank you, Bunny Melon. A hysterectomy at 40 saved my life. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Let's talk about bad hair days or even a bad haircut. Let's talk about being a chicken nugget lint licker. Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint licker? Let's talk about bad hair days or even a bad haircut. It either ruins your mood or ruins your look because you give up and put it up or you think about it throughout the day. I think I used to assume every day would be a bad hair day, so I just put it up so I wouldn't have to even spend time thinking about it. Who knew that some hair products could change how I present myself to the world, how I feel day to day? I know, it's just shampoo. What's the big deal? Well, it's more than that. Tell me if you can relate to my old hair battles. If you look back before I started using Monat, I always had my hair in a ponytail. Or if I was getting fancy, I would do a side braid. Leaving it down was never an option because it took too much work and too much time. No, you said it was frizzy. She said it was frizzy. She said that's why she didn't leave it down. She said it was too frizzy. It would literally take me over 10 minutes just to brush my hair out because it was so tangled. Now my brush glides right through. I don't even think about that process. Sure, I posted before and afters, and you can see how strong and healthy hair gets when you start using my products. But what about all the confidence you gain, the time you save, and actually caring instead of just throwing it in a bun? She said that she actually cared and she had a ton of products, but they didn't work. She said her hair was frizzy and none of her products worked on the frizz. And oh my God, this contradicts everything she said in the video. Oh my God. The before and after in this sense is someone who shows up for themselves, someone who knows that it won't take too much effort to have great hair because the products are doing half the work. I used to have frizzy hair that I would just put up in a ponytail and go along with my day. Now my hair dries faster. I can explain why this is in another post if you're interested. My hair is strong. It's all growing long without snapping off at random lengths and leaving the ends at random lengths. Plus, other times saving things like not having to wash as often. I've been slinging shampoo on social for over 8 years. Let me get you set up with some products and you'll be blown away at your results and how long the products will last you. Comment hair if you're ready to chat about your hair and my recommendations. No pressure, just info as always. And then she had, again, 18 likes, 3 comments. Beautiful, and your hair is pretty too. Been using these products for almost a decade now. They're absolutely fantastic. Even my mom loves them, and she's hard to impress. She didn't mention any of the is it this one? Nope. This one got a bunch. This is from Monations. There's a long post. We're going to read all of the comments. This is where she was, I'll make it big so y'all can see all the pictures. Oh! Undue. Sorry, it exported big. This is from Monations. We have this on Instagram that we streamed. But I'll just read it so y'all can just see the pictures. That's her Monat $1 Million Club induction. That's her. This is her. So I'll just read it. Just going to the top so I can actually see it. I've been feeling so confused with who I am for the last year or so. I've been quiet because I feel like I have 2 different identities. Since getting back into radio, I became Lindsay Lynch again, but I haven't been her in 8 years. Because I've been embracing Lindsay Duell, who has built a business and set radio to the side. So now I'm here juggling both careers, all parts of life, and being both Lindsay Lynch and Lindsay Duell at the same time. Ironically, both have landed me on stages recently. I haven't shared anything from my speech in Florida for hitting 1 million in earned commission. This is confusing, I know. Basically, I feel like Hannah Montana living 2 lives. I know who I am. I'm not lost. I just feel like 2 different people showing up online on the same account. And I thought maybe sharing how I feel will finally get me past that hump and just show all parts of me. I don't... okay. All right. I don't know how I will... You are a rock star, and I'm not sure how you're doing it, but you are. Go you. Oh, I guess it didn't unnest it. Lindsay, this is incredible. You always have been, and it's so cool to watch you shine. Congratulations, you're a rock star. Lindsay, either way, we love both identities. Thank you for this authentic and vulnerable post. Hannah Montana, we love both of her identities too. It works. Only you and Hannah can have such superpowers. You are both strong women with one life to live. Embrace it all. Share all the hair care and radio stuff you've got. I want to see it all. After it all, it is you, who you are. These are all MLM people. You are the Lindsay I've always known and loved for being authentically you. No matter what stage you are on, you are the Lindsay that can shine in all situations, even in the bad. You somehow sparkle. So exciting to see you grow more and more in your purest form. What you are here on earth for. I know how this feels for sure. Big props to you. Well, I guess he's not in Monat. Isn't it beautiful that we don't have to be just one thing? I'm rooting for every single side of you and celebrating with you on every victory, no matter the aspect of life it is in. Cheering you on always. You are amazing. So proud of you, my precious girl. These are just roles you play on different stages, not unlike an actor. You are both, plus your private side must be fun at some level. Many of us are still figuring it out. For some, it takes a lifetime. Embrace the awesomeness you've earned. the spotlight. Great job, lady. Oh, wait, this must be... Maybe this was from last year. This was from last year. Just kidding. I have the videos from this year. My bad. She was $1 million earner last year. I don't even know what I'm doing. That's okay. We're doing the best we can. Obviously, I misread. She was there this year. You're killing it. Love you as Lindsay Duell and Lindsay Lynch, whatever hat you put on. You are a rock star no matter what you are doing. Congratulations, girly. I did not read the last one because of her endometriosis stuff. Lindsay Lynch, Lindsay Duell. You're the real Slim Shady. Way to go. Be super proud of yourself. Well, both of you are rocking it. Good job. Perhaps we all have a little bit of double life sometimes. You have been on my heart, dear sister. Oh my gosh, girl, huge congratulations on entering the MDC. You inspire so many and are so deserving of your success. Cheers. You are amazing and inspire me daily. Keep doing what's best for you each day. We are all here to cheer you on. Both are so fun. I'd say keep them both. You're a superstar in every role. Congrats. Anyways, that's all of them. Okay. And then, let's see. I know I downloaded her videos, and then we'll be done. I'm just going to double check that I got these from the correct century. Please hold. Thank y'all for your patience while we are buffering. My brain cells are buffering right now. Is this from this year? We don't know. Go back. I don't want to be Lindsay. You know what? We'll just figure it out. If you want to go see Lindsay, you can go to my Instagram. She's one of the live streams. But that's number 48 in the world, Lindsay Lynch. She's still a Monat. She's still top 50. Not 50 in the US, not the top 50. She's not top 50 in the US. She's top 50 in the world. Every single place that Monat is currently, she's top 50. So pretty wild. Thanks for the wild ride. We're not happy she's in the groups promoting Monat, trying to recruit people into her shampoo. In my opinion, cult, and doing it under the guise of whatever she wants. So I don't know. I think we know what the live chat thinks, but replay crew, I hope that you're not raging too badly, and I hope that all y'all's crafts are safe, because we know sometimes they get thrown in the process. Appreciate the support. If you hate MLMs, feel free to lick the stream. I will see y'all next time. I'll tell you who's number 47. If you make it all the way to the end, you get a sneak peek. I'll tell you number 47. Amanda Barrett, Canada. Oh boy. That's delightful. So, Amanda, see you next time. Take care. Don't forget to hydrate and take your meds, and a good sleep hygiene's a good idea. And see you next time. Toodles.